For the Wisconsin native. For the middleweights, Gerald Meerscheart, the underdog, is 35. Joe Piper, the favorite, 26. For the Wisconsin native, Gerald Meerscheart. All right, now here for the intros, Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 10 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Joe Body Bag Piper. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 35 wins, 15 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Gerald GM3 Meerscheart. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee. He will also handle the co-headliner tonight between Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns. The beautiful Brittany Palmer with us tonight. Chrissy Blair, Vanessa Hansen. Brooklyn Wren also with us, albeit not working seemingly. This fight clock brought to you by proper number 12 Irish Whiskey. That's Meerscheart out of the Southpaw stance in black. Joe Piper counters orthodox in blue.
Joe Piper looks very big tonight. He said he put on size, and it's evident.
Well, I believe it was DC asked him in the octagon after his UFC debut win how soon he'd like to get back in there, and he said, I'm a mental case. I need time to fill out my body, and certainly he's done that.
Well, he looks big. Now, Meerscheart's starting to inch forward a little bit. I think that's what he needs to do. He cannot be going backwards. He does not do a good job whenever he's backing up. It's hard for him to shoot and level change when he's not advancing.
Meerscheart and his wife and son Bronx are going to move to South Florida immediately after this fight. His home base now, Kill Cliff FC, after years spent at Rufus Sport in Wisconsin.
Piper has had a lot of quick fights. I asked him about if the fight goes long, is he prepared? He said he's prepared for a 15-minute war with Gerald Meerscheart, but did not feel like Meerscheart held any advantages in this fight.
Well, Meerscheart is coming off a win of talented striker Bruno Silva, which was a big, big win for him. You know, Bruno Silva was the only guy to go to the distance with Pereira and gave as good as he got. That was a wild fight.
And Gerald spoke about that, right? He spoke about being able to finish a guy that the champ did. You got to be very careful leaning back out of the way of that right hand, though, because if Piper can follow it with a kick, it may land.
Well, Meerscheart is a good striker, but a very good grappler.
Yes.
His strength definitely lies in his submission, and he's a real threat if he can get anybody on the ground. Got to be careful. His chin is straight up in the air.
Yeah, it is.
As he's moving forward. Especially in the early round. Piper's very, very fresh.
Piper continuously said in our fighter meeting, I'm ready for 15 minutes. I'm ready to fight for 15 minutes, but he's got a definite speed advantage and feels like he's going to be able to create some openings here tonight. A little bit of a pedestrian start from Meerscheart.
Woo! That's some heat.
Yeah, that's because he's leaning back. Piper did a good job there of, instead of just throwing the right hand right away, he threw it, leaned into it, and delayed it a second, and it got to the target.
Piper, part of that growing Philadelphia contingent, trains under John Marquez. Also in the corner tonight, Sean Brady, Jonathan Webb.
I saw Piper coming back from Abu Dhabi when Brady fought against Bilal Muhammad. So those guys are building that sense of team out in Philadelphia.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of UFC.
He clipped him to the left. Meerscheart's in trouble. It was a big left hand.
That was huge. But Gerald's not even trying to grab the leg. Gerald's done. Oh, Gerald's done.
He's just covering up here.
Not really intelligently defending.
He does not want to fight anymore.
Joe Piper with a massive highlight tonight.
And it all came off that left hook. Big, big win for Joe Pyfer. I mean, absolutely huge. Second UFC fight, and he beats a guy like Gerald Meerscheart. That's a statement.
And Meerscheart came in with momentum, having won 4 of 5. Joe Pyfer stops him in his tracks. 4 straight wins for the budding contender out of Philadelphia.